Star Route, USA. With Billy Strange and his band, the Jack Halloran Singers, featuring Miss Molly B. And your host, Charlie Williams.
Thank you. That must be me, and welcome to Star Route, USA. You know, the world we live in moves pretty fast today. We got supersonic airplanes and astronauts that circle the globe like 3 times before breakfast. But about the best example of speed I can think of is the rocket-like career of our special guest star on Star Route. He made his first record in 1955, and in the few short years since, he's shot into orbit as America's #1 folk singer. Star Route USA salutes the fabulous Johnny Cash.
Now I tossed a weeping willow how to cry, and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky, and the tears that I cried for that woman gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream, went back downstream, to Borton and Davenport, and I followed you, big river, when you called. Took me to St. Louis, later on down the river. A freighter said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I found her trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows and then she went on down alone. Now won't you bat it down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll it on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough. Got my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, big river, more than me.
Johnny,
Glad you're all out to have you on Star Route, you and the orchestra and the whole bunch. During the show, we're going to hear a lot of music and learn a little about an old friend of mine here. But right now, John, I'd like you to meet another friend.
You mean the sponsor?
Yeah, there he is, right there. I guess everybody who ever made a phonograph record dreams of getting a gold one, you know, symbolic of the million seller. Here's Molly B to revive one of Johnny Cash's gold records, I Walk the Line.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as day is light and day is bright, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for that tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
Molly, honey, you swing. That song by Johnny Cash sold 1 million records. Can you imagine that? 1 million people. Of course, an awful lot of people enjoy the music of Johnny Cash. You might say he's captured the heartbeat of America with the teenagers, for example. Yeah, the teenagers dig the Cash sound, man. Of course, so do the country music lovers. Sure, they really respond. They'd rather take a whipping than not be at the auditorium or the schoolhouse when the Johnny Cash show comes to town. In fact, he covers all the bases. The teenagers, the old folks, the country people, and the city dwellers. There's something for everybody in the music of Johnny Cash.
I still miss someone at my door. The leaves are falling. The cold, wild wind will come. Sweethearts walk by together, and I still miss someone. I go out on a party to look for a little fun, but I find a darkened corner, 'cause I still miss someone. Oh, I'll never get over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me when all the love was there. I wonder if she's sorry for leaving what we've begun. Oh, there's someone for me somewhere, and I still miss someone.
That's great, Billy. That's Billy Strange, and one of Johnny Cash's songs called I Still Miss Someone. Lots of the songs that Johnny Cash writes are based on material that he gathered when he was growing up. That was on a cotton farm near Dyes, Arkansas. Back in those days, the Cash family and most of their neighbors, too, sure looked forward to picking time.
I got cotton in the bottomland. It's up and growing, and I got a good stand. My good wife and them kids of mine gonna get new shoes come picking time. Get new shoes come picking time. Every night when I go to bed, I thank the Lord that my kids are fed. They live on beans 8 days and 9, but I'll get 'em fat come picking time. Get 'em fat come picking time. It's hard to see by the coal oil light, and I turn it off pretty early at night. a jug full all cost a dime. But I'll sit up late come picking time. Sit up late come picking time. My old wagon barely gets me to town. I patched the wheels and I watered them down. Keep her in shape so she'll be fine. So all my cotton come picking time. All my cotton come picking time. Last Sunday morning when they passed the hat, it was still nearly empty back where I sat. But the preacher smiled and said, that's fine. The Lord will wait till picking time. The Lord will wait till picking time.
Johnny Cash was an 18-year-old Air Force trainee stationed down in San Antonio, Texas, when he first met Miss Vivian Liberto. She later became Mrs. Johnny Cash, and you might say the music they made together has turned into quite a melody. Now the harmony is provided by Roseanne, Kathy, Cindy, and the latest addition, Little Tara. It was also in the Air Force that John taught himself how to play the guitar. Would that be the same box there?
No, it's not it, Charlie. The one I learned on didn't have a name, and it was that kind.
John, why don't you fill the folks in on a little bit of the Johnny Cash story? Where did it all start?
In the music business.
Yeah.
In Memphis, 1955, we started with Sun Records. We were with them 3 years, and we've been with Columbia 3 years now.
I know that most of the stuff you record are songs that you've written. How many you reckon you've written in your lifetime?
I don't know, Charlie. I've been writing since I was about 12, I guess 400 or 500.
How many you recorded?
A little over 200. Counting albums and all, you know.
The fellas that are backing you up on the show today, didn't they start in the business with you?
Yes, they did. 2 of them did. We added one later. On bass, Marshall Grant started with us. Later we added W.S. Holland. He joined the group. Electric guitar, Luther Perkins has always been with us.
Now we have the voice of Johnny Cash, and a career is off and running.
Everybody knows where you go when the sun goes down. I think you only live to see the lights uptown. I wasted my time when I would try. When the lights have lost the glow, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry, and you'll cry alone. When everyone's forgotten and you're left on your own, you're gonna cry.
Oh, that's great. You know, most entertainers I've heard of have the proverbial long wait for stardom. But the name Johnny Cash became known after his first record. They heard about him down in Shreveport, and then in 1955, the old Louisiana Hayride was the first of the really big shows to call. Of course, more hit records followed. And then in 1956, the famous Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee became Johnny's new home. He stayed with the Opry as a regular for the next 2 years. No doubt about it, the Johnny Cash star was on the rise.
How high is the water, Mama? 2 feet high and rise. How high is the water, Papa? She said it's 2 feet high and rise. We can make it to the road in a homemade boat. That's the only thing we got left that'll float. It's already over all the wheat and oats. 2 feet high and rising.